eventually, we'll have to see how well his staying power lasts here. I believe the Space Marines can easily outlast these guys, and they are eventually going to have to get out of there. But notice he's putting all the pressure he can on the Apothecary. The Apothecary likely going to have to waste another heal on himself as soon as he can. We can see here, however, just good losses by both sides. Never mind, the Apothecary is actually healing the Tactical Marines. The Tactical Marines having a little bit more staying power, you can see. They are actually quite brutal in close combat, plus when you add the Flamethrower, that's not a bad deal at all there. So it looks like the Tactical Marines are just going to have to come back in here and deal with these guys who are trying to cap this victory point for the time being. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we will see Scouts getting a nice little ninja cap off there. And Aki does have his Razorback underway as we speak. So we'll have to see exactly what Caeltos is planning for Tier 2. Nothing just yet, but as you can see, finally grabbing onto the center right now with his Chaos Lord. It is nearly tied, 334 versus 341 right now. About to be 2-1 Caeltos, but, you know, like I said, pretty much tied here. Left-hand side control, however, was won back by the Apothecary and the Tactical Marines, so that's looking pretty good there. And here comes our Razorback once again. And I don't know why I'm being so impressed by a bright white paint scheme today, but it just looks beautiful. Every time I see it, I think the same thing here. The Chaos Lord doing a great job distracting on his own here. You'll notice he does have the Armor of the Inferno. Once again, I'd like to point out, by the way, that I'm using Colaris' tooltip mod. I do actually have that linked on the left-hand side of my channel now. Oh, man, look at how brutal. Those Chaos Space Marines at some point in the recent past were upgraded with the, they have the Mark of Khorne upgrade, so they are the close combat version of the Chaos Space Marines, and they just totally chopped through that Devastator squad. We see a second Devastator squad being grabbed right now just to kind of help out with that a little bit here. But those gentlemen are fantastic in melee, getting a few nice little rear armor hits off combined with the shots coming out of the Chaos Lord here. They're all just trying to get some good shots there, but I think they are going to be able to kite them, but man, still doing some pretty good damage there. There they go, retreating away finally. But really, really pushing Aki all the way back in his base. Just kind of, you know, help reinforce the fact that he's got very solid map control for the time being here. So I'm not exactly sure why Aki is relying so much on Devastator Marines this game. Caeltos, however, you can see, hasn't really spent too much on that. But on the right-hand side right now, oh, here we go. It looks like he's actually currently building some Shrines to Khorne. Shrines to Khorne, of course, are fantastic because they do spawn Bloodletters and all that sort of thing. So we'll have to see 2 Bloodletters at a time every 30 seconds coming out right now. We can see the grenade barrages, the worship being used here to help out. Bloodletters, fantastic, just going to run on in and do some terrible damage to these Devastators. Devastators have to bail out for now. And now we can see this containment strategy for Caeltos is just looking phenomenal. Aki is really being forced to fight constantly in the front of his base. And we even see what looks like a second Shrine to Khorne being set up here. Double Shrines to Khorne. This could be very effective, especially if he staggered them correctly in their production. It looks like he's going to be able to get double sets of Bloodletters out there right now. Bloodletters coming out, just kind of holding back the troops for the time being, but a constant source of temporary Bloodletters. Not a bad idea. You can see it. Oh, man, hacking and slashing away, doing terrible damage here to the Devastators once again. Just going to be kind of keeping them away here for the time being. So it looks like this one shrine is finally about to get picked off by Aki here, perhaps. More towards the center, we can see the Chaos Space Marines with the Mark of Khorne upgrade moving towards the center, as well as the Chaos Lord there. Once again, though, got to be careful. Those Bloodletters really do want to hack and slash away, and we can see a phenomenal knockback right there from the Let the Galaxy Burn ability coming out of the Chaos Lord. And really, this is all coming down really, really intense right here. You can see the Razorback actually had so much pressure put on it, it had to get away. We have the Veil of Time being used on the Devastators, removing their setup time right now. The Librarian was recently put on the battlefield. You can see he is out here engaging in melee with Mr. Chaos Lord. Both shrines still appear to be up, however, being supported pretty nicely here by these Chaos Heretics. Perhaps going to get some repairs on that. Hard to tell exactly here. You can see the Bloodletters continuing to move out. Double grenade barrages, though, moving right towards the center, knocking back those setup squads before they can do too much damage. Continually just kind of grenade barraging all around here. Again, oh, looks like he was able to Veil of Time out of there right before any of that happened. Using the worship here to try and get the wounded troops out of the way. Not bad once again. Still, there's surprisingly few troops right around this area for Caeltos right now. Caeltos doesn't have anything on the field. He is going straight to Tier 3 right now, using only his original 3 units that he has on the field right now. It is just these Razorbacks, and it's not the Razorbacks, sorry, it's just the Bloodletters going after this Razorback, completely distracting Aki here in the center. We can see a little bit of skirmishing going up here with the Apothecary and the Librarian, chasing after some of the wounded here. But still, just about to take down that Chaos Shrine, perhaps. I think this is a bit of a mistake, actually, right now. We do have the Plasma Cannon team on the field, which is, of course, fantastic. But not putting enough pressure on this Shrine could really cost him. Now we can see it looks like quadruple Bloodletters have just jumped on top of that Razorback, popping out of those Shrine. Oh, and the Razorback goes down! That is really unfortunate right now. We actually have a real squad of Bloodletters being produced right now by Caeltos as well. Caeltos still has surprisingly few units on the field. On the left-hand side, we can see the Chaos Lord is chasing away some Tactical Marines. It looks like Aki is actually up in terms of victory points. He's 2-0 right now with 291 to 285. But the Bloodletters here are still kind of fighting away, doing pretty good damage here. Actually, completely taking out that Scout Squad there. Do not underestimate a bunch of Bloodletters. Even though they are a temporary unit, they can do terrific damage out there. We can see here the Chaos Space Marines right now fully upgraded with their Mark of Khorne. They're just kind of capping away on the left-hand side right now. And finally, perhaps, looks like Angels of Death was actually used right there just to kind of help out the Apothecary because he was taking a lot of damage. The Bloodletters are backing away, and now finally both Shrines have been taken out at the cost of a Scout Squad and a Librarian and a Rhino and a lot of time. On the right-hand side, we can see the Chaos Heretics are capping this victory point, and Caeltos is doing a great job holding on. You can see he's using all of this stalling right now to go all the way up to Tier 3. Again, these Chaos Space Marines here are just brutal in close combat. You can see they're actually just ignoring this Razorback for the time being. Razorback getting a reinforced armor plating upgrade. And I see a teleport coming in. Yes, we do. We have Bloodletters jumping right on top of the Devastators right now. This is the heavy Bolter Devastator squad, but they can just turn right now against the heavy Plasma squad as well. Just kind of hacking and slashing away at these gentlemen, taking quite a bit of damage, inflicting at least 2 casualties on them. And now we can see it looks like they're going to have to retreat away for the time being here. Over on the right-hand side, though, the Chaos Space Marines have just been toughing it out against this Razorback. They were able to kill all the generators, but that's kind of a risky move there. Again, using Worship very nicely here to get that the Khorne Worship to get the speed upgrades. We can see here the Veil of Time being used once again on all these Devastators. Not a bad idea. I mean, honestly, once you have Librarian and a whole bunch of different Devastators, it makes setup times really easy. Some more Grenade Barrages coming in once again, and we even have these Bloodletters are just kind of hacking and slashing away here. They have to be careful. Oh, Bloodletters! Oh no, did the Bloodletters die? No, they were able to get away there. Were those anything else? No. Sorry, that was maybe a blood sacrifice that I was looking at there. I don't know. I'm not keeping track very well, but I apologize. Some intense Bloodletter action going on throughout all of this game so far. You will see, however, there is a Chaos Predator coming out on the field right now by Caeltos. So his Gambit to get all the way up to Tier 3 has worked. The Predator will obviously wreck up almost all of these things. It'll eventually get picked off by Last Cannons if he's not careful, but it'll certainly counter the Razorback, and the maneuverability will really help him. Right-hand side, Apothecary doing a reasonable job here, trying to decap these points. And on the left-hand side, you can see Devastators moving up to cap another point here. 222 to 246. The game is still pretty well tied right now, but this is the kind of... Caeltos has this kind of coiled spring mentality where he just will suddenly pounce on you out of nowhere after having just kind of stalled most of the game. So he really has to be careful. We see a nice little smite going off right there. And now here comes the Chaos Predator with the Tzeentch upgrade charging outward, and Aki really has got to be careful right now. I doubt he was totally expecting to see a Predator this early, given the fact that Caeltos really hasn't had any of their units on the field right now. And honestly, this Chaos Predator is just wrecking right now. As you can see, this Plasma Cannon has nowhere to go. He's going to have to retreat away. Pretty much all of Aki's units right now have to get the hell out of there. His Razorback is really destroyed here. Left-hand side, he still owns that victory point. His other Devastator squad doing a good job holding on over there. And it looks like Caeltos has got central control for the time being here. So things are looking quite good. This Predator is not awesome, and it looks like Aki actually even has to get some scouts on the field right now in order to repair this Razorback. He has a full command group of units right now, but really nothing to do with them. This Predator is just destroying right now, and as you can see, we've got this Devastator Marine squad again being set upon by the Khorne upgraded Chaos Space Marines. They're just going to be able to cap that victory point, or at least they should. But nearly total map control right now going to Caeltos. He is just dominating map control, which is pretty surprising given the amount of units that Aki actually has out on the field right now. making sure to set up right now with his last cannon team, but of course, the Predator is no longer there. And we have let the Galaxy burn once again, forcing all of Aki's units out of the center. You can see the Chaos Space Marine here doing terrible damage. Oh, but it looks like they're taking a plasma bolt right to the face. Here comes the Chaos Predator once again, and it looks like the Chaos Lord is just going to be wrecking away here. Things do not look good for Aki. Oh no, he's being set upon by Bloodletters, and his position is crumbling right now. All of his investment right now in all of the Devastator setup teams is just not working out, and as you can see, Caeltos has total control of this game, and at this point right now, Aki just concedes the game. So congratulations to Caeltos. A really lightning fast victory. Very, very interesting play. Really minimalistic, and tons and tons of terrific use of Bloodletters there. So total map control ended the game here with a really fast Predator. Fantastic job there. Once again, congratulations to Asdrubal from Russia, to Karak from South Africa, and to Autism from the UK for having won the Dark Angel DLC. I'm Harlequin. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, good night, good game, good luck.